It's just heads up. This hand plays good enough against his 3-betting range. I'm still going to call. This guy's a lot of money too, so if we do flop really big, we can get it in a bunch of ways. If this was just me and him, I would like snap get it in here because I got the pair, I got the double gutter. Okay, that's kind of good. I'm still probably just going to check this. Yeah. Now if this guy bets, obviously queen or a 7 are both nuts for us. Okay, and we got the redraw, so that made our lives real easy. That made our lives real easy. We have a redraw to a bigger straight. We have a redraw to jack high flush, so we have like the uber nuts here. Just bet and hope someone calls. Bet fairly large. Hopefully someone's got 8-10 also without the redraws. Hopefully check shoves here. Obviously, I think the card we'd least like to see is maybe, even though we do have the flush draw ourselves, but the flush card is kind of gross. That's a pretty good card actually, because now he could have 8x and have I mean 8 and something else to go with it. So that's a really good card actually. And problem is, I think most of his hands are draws. So there's something to be said for just checking here. If he really has a straight here, it's going to be gross, but I'm just going to check and pretend that that card scared me. Yeah, and it didn't matter. He didn't have a straight, so he wasn't going to call me anyways. But I thought most of his hands were draws on the turn. So, and then if he does have, if he did make a straight himself, he did have a draw 2 pair, but he's not going to call a big bet on the river with 9s and 7s. So he had a flush draw himself, which ours dominated also. So. I don't mind my check there because my read on his hand strength, I just thought it was pretty unlikely he had anything to call with. So I give him a chance to bluff if he missed a flush, or I give him a chance to value bet a bear 8 straight, and then I check raise them all in for value, obviously. But betting there is not horrible either. I hate people who don't have their settings set to auto show before showdown or whatever. It's annoying. Both have aces and they chop it up. Surprising to me how often aces will chop. Earlier I got in with ace, XX double suited against ace rainbow hand, and I was just wondering what my equity was against them. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to do. I was going to check my equity in that one hand. Let's see. Let's check my equity in that one hand. What hand was it? Oh, the one where me and that guy got on. Yeah, there it is. Just so we can see what it was. Pretty sure I was like 54% or something like that. Let's see what I really was. See how close my prediction is. I mean, the strength of his hand is if he fills up, then I'm drawing close to dead, though still not pure dead. So that's the strength of his hand when he has 2 pair against my overpair plus flush draw. Obviously, the strength of my hand is when he doesn't fill up, I just have tons of ways to win. Flush, ace, pairing the bottom card, runner, pair, whatever. So let's see. Oh, I was tiny favored. I was 50.6%. Oh, this will just call out of position. He was 49% with his 2 pair. What do we have here? Just pretty much just pure gut shot, so we'll probably just check fold. So yeah, so it's been a pretty quick, what I'm trying to say is we saw quite a few pretty big hands in a short amount of time here, so that's kind of cool. Video-wise, video intrigue-wise. We still have a gut shot. Alrighty. And we're going to fold the gut shot. We're getting a decent price, but only really 3 outs that we like. So. yeah, if you guys can't hear, I guess I should have. I didn't realize I have my headphones in, so you probably can't hear any sound effects. I don't know if that's annoying or not, but sorry about that. I didn't really think about it. Yeah, how long is this video so far? 20 minutes. Okay, we'll let it go a little bit more. We'll let it go a little bit more, and then we'll call it a video. Yeah. All right, we got double suited Jack 10-10. This guy, I was gonna say, I'd normally 3-bet this hand against the opener, especially if we're deep stacked. But this guy opens so, and on my other table here, I've got Ace, King 6 double suited. So we'll bring that over right now. Okay, and we'll go to tables. Alright, we'll 3-bet this for sure. I mean, any double suited aces hand you can pretty much 3-bet from any position because it's so easy to play post flop. Yeah, I would 3-bet. I would pretty much 3-bet any double suited aces hand almost always. Speaking of which, I would double suited aces hand on my other table, which I'm 3-betting right now. I'm 3-betting against the worst player at the table too, so hopefully he's got aces as well and like bad aces. We could try to free roll him. Now hopefully we get 3-bet here. On the other board it came King 10-8 rainbow, so, and I have a backdoor flush draw, but I'm just going to check it back. And then I turn my flush draw. Okay, I'm just going to, and he's checked it twice. I'm just going to value bet now. And if he check raises me, I can still call because I have a lot of outs to the nuts. Here we'll just value bet 3-3-2. Very unlikely. I mean, aces are almost always the best hand. Temptation there for a lot of newer players is just to slow play because it's like, well, either they have a 3 or they don't. And with us having an ace, if they have a 3, you keep the pot smaller, and if they don't, they're going to fold anyway. And if they have some kind of straight draw, you have a blocker against it. So it's not because of everything I'm saying right now, it's not bad to just check there, but betting is better in my opinion. Over here I flop bottom set in a limp pot and led twice. This guy is a kind of a fish and called twice, but on the turn he just called, so 3-4 is pretty unlikely, but a flush is pretty reasonable hand for him to have, so I'm just going to check because but turns out he didn't. I'm curious, he probably had 2 pairs of some kind. He had ace 10-7, so yeah, ace 10-7-5. Oh, he flopped top 2, yeah, so he had 2 pairs. So that's the other thing he could have. I had bottom set, he had top 2, which I guess he played it okay. God, that trailer, I mean, this is totally off topic. Has anyone seen that? I'm sure if you've seen Iron Man or anything, you've seen that trailer for the movie Inception, the new Chris Nolan film. Damn, that trailer is sick as hell. That's my most anticipated summer movie for sure. Check it out. Just if you haven't seen it, Google the word Inception or Inception movie or something, and it's on the official website, Warner Brothers website or whatever. The trailer's on there. So yeah, this has been a pretty sick session, especially since I turned it on for you guys to watch. Before I was up a little, but now I'm up quite a bit, so that's nice. Here, obviously not a great flop for us, but we do have the gut shot. We do have the overpair king. This guy's station, but if we get check raise on this type of board, you pretty much just have to give it up. We picked up some more outs here. Outs assuming someone has 2 pair and we're behind, which is a reasonable assumption. But with the clubs out there, obviously, or ace of clubs or a 9 of clubs is pretty tainted. Kings could be the best hand, so but 3 ways it's pretty unlikely. I'm just going to check and see what happens. And he checks 2, and that's obviously an atrocious card. There's like a very high chance one of them has a flush draw. If not, decent chance one of them has straight. So we're just gonna check. I expect this guy to bet. Wow. He made a straight. Wow, he had the second nuts and he just checked behind. So sick. I mean, I can see being scared that someone has the nut flush, but just bet, and then if you get check raise, you can fold, but you're like giving up a ton of value just checking behind there. Not that I would have called, but this guy might have. I guess I should have bet the turn, considering what they all had, but I guess can't worry too much about it. Oh, it's pretty ugly. Yeah, just fold that. Trash, rubbish, garbage. Trash, rubbish, and a little bit of garbage. All that is. Yeah, also, if you're watching this video either on PokerTube or my YouTube channel, I'd like to recommend that if you're a learning player or fairly beginning player, I have a new blog that I started. It's called theillegit.blogspot.com, and it's that's like I have another blog that has that's about a lot of different topics, but that's my poker only blog. So so I would recommend you check that out. And so far I've posted 2 poker related essays on there. Basically, like one of them's like pretty long strategy. Okay, it's pretty gross. This guy's been the reason I 3-bet this hand. I have an ace blocker against him having aces, and he or she's opened 30% of their hands, which is a crap ton. And now, so basically, just been playing maniacally. I'm tempted to just shove this because they've been playing so maniacally, but this person still has aces a lot when they do this, and kings, even when I have a blocker against the set, do pretty bad against aces. It's not horrible to just shove here though, considering how they've been playing and considering that I 3-bet quite a bit. So I'm actually going to. She'll have aces quite a bit here, but or 3 aces. That's perfect. Now they're really now we're actually in pretty good shape against this hand. Not anymore. Ugh, gross. I think we're probably only about a 40% dog against ace X rainbow. So so we probably made the right play against that specific hand. So yeah, but folding the king there is obviously more standard, especially if it wasn't someone who's as spazzy as this person, or if this person had more than 70 big blinds. With just 70, I don't really hate just getting it in there. If they had a lot more than 70, then yeah, you probably just either not 3-bet to begin with, or fold when they shove. All right, here we got decent aces in position. Also, I'll 3-bet most of my aces as long as there's like one suit or some connectivity. I'll flat most of my rainbow aces, or flat, and sometimes I'll flat aces like this, or I'll flat if we're deeper and I have mediocre aces. But with these mediocre aces and being in position, it's a lot better to 3-bet, because on mediocre boards you can just check back and control the pot size and stuff like that. So in position gives you lots of options when you 3-bet here. Obviously, we're just going to bomb the turn. Pretty unlikely he's got like a big draw or anything. I mean, pretty unlikely he's got something with the ace in it. It's most likely a draw, so we're just going to bet as if we know he has a draw, which we do. And hope we can get it in. Okay, he's called twice. That's a pretty bad card, but we can't fold for 26 more at this juncture. And now he just checked, so he would shove a straight, I think, like 100,000% of the time here, so I'm just going to value bet. It's only 26. If he has a straight and he checked it, he's a moron, but hopefully he's not a moron. Hopefully he's got a set of jacks or something. Set of jacks. That's okay. Alright, well yeah, he played that pretty atrociously. What did he flop? He flopped an open ender. Yeah. I don't